Where's Chris?
I don't know, man, but him not being here is ruining Christmas for me. I can tell you that.
He's like the Grinch or something.
Hey, you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
Do you hear that?
I do.
There he is.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome back to the show. I'm Chris.
I'm Keegan.
And I am Levi.
And today, for our very special Christmas episode, we watched Gremlins. So, what'd you guys think?
Well, we've all seen this movie.
Yeah, all of us have seen this. I think it's been a while for all of us since it's been at least 15 years for me since I've watched it all the way through. What about you guys?
It's maybe like 7 or 8.
Probably longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
More.
This movie is a classic,
Yep.
in my opinion. Very, very much an 80s.
I don't think anyone's going to argue against that.
No, I don't think so either. This was a very safe choice by me.
In my opinion, I know a lot of people don't really think this, but I think Gremlins is a classic.
Okay. If I had to go out on a limb here and say, I think Gremlins is quite a movie.
If I'm going to use my cinema words, I would say that Gremlins is a classic.
I would say that it is a rather a tour de force, if I do say so myself.
It's a classic.
I agree. So, I chose this kind of because we watched Krampus, and you mentioned how much it reminded you of that, and
Chris couldn't decide something, so
it took me a while because there's so many good Christmas movies that I wanted to choose from, and there's some that are like, you know, the sort of the obvious.
Don't mention any of them. We might go into those in the near future.
A lot of this movie, to me, is very referential. In some of the choices that it makes. Obviously, the kid that leads the dad in Chinatown looks like Short Round, not because he's Asian. Stop. He's wearing the same New York Yankees cap. This movie was produced by Steven Spielberg, and you can definitely tell. There's that reference to Indiana Jones. There's the Rockin' Ricky Rialto billboard, which is literally him as Indiana Jones.
Well, it even has the Raiders font.
Yeah, it has like the same like
Spielberg is seen at a like science convention.
Yeah, he has a cameo. He's riding around in this little like dune buggy thing with like a TV on it.
There's an E.T. cameo.
Yeah,
there's an E.T. plushie, yes. And even like that shot of like is it Stripe, who's like among the toys, and his head like as he passes by. Yeah, that's like a direct reference.
The movie Close Encounters, what was it called?
The original title that he had for Close Encounters was Watch the Skies, and you can see that as one of the movies at the movie house.
Yeah. The cinema house.
Do you think anyone involved in this movie has actually been to a Chinatown?
I mean,
it's possible.
Maybe.
Because it's not how they usually are. It's kind of...
Well,
yeah.
I know.
They wanted to make it more stylized and more like...
cartoony.
Yeah.
This apparently Joe Dante is a real big Looney Tunes fan.
Yeah.
So you can see in this movie, like when they're at the bar, when the Gremlins are attacking the bar, and it's very like, I was watching that and I was like, oh, it looks like the Irish are here.
I mean, they have like the different personalities of the different Gremlins. Like there's the Obviously, there's Stripe, who's like kind of the boss, sort of leader of the gang. But then there's like all these different ones, like the carolers, like on your shirt. There's the noir, sort of like gritty, sort of like gumshoe one smoking the cigarette. And then when one comes up and like starts annoying him, he hits him on the head with a mallet, like the very Looney Tunes-esque stuff.
But also, this movie's like actually violent.
Oh, it's
especially
it's
that kitchen scene.
The kitchen scene
great.
is probably one of my favorite scenes as far as fighting the gremlins. The mom is actually pretty ferocious with what she does, like pretty gratuitous. She stabs one with a knife, which was probably the most tame one. She puts one in a blender, then she puts one in the microwave. Which never get between a woman and her kitchen. Am I right, fellas?
I liked that scene, but I was expecting more like I was thinking like she's gonna put it in the orange juice thing, because that would have been like foreshadowing.
Yeah, there's setup for that. Yeah.
There could have been that. It would have been better if it was that, but it's still a good scene.
Speaking of setup, we should talk about Chekhov's sword. There's two swords that are crossed over each other, like a wall decoration, and like a couple times when they walk through the front door and shut it, it falls.
Yeah, one of the swords falls.
And then when Billy's mom is getting attacked by a gremlin in the Christmas tree, he runs in, grabs the sword, and
lops off its head.
Lops off his head,
and
which is
falls in the fire and starts burning up.
Yeah.
Another setup that was kind of like a red herring is the tree attacks the mom, and I was expecting it to be the little boy because he was wearing the tree outfit earlier, so I thought that would have been a funny little...
I do want to say something about him.
Yeah.
He shows up for a couple early scenes in the movie, and then he just like disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may
I
have
forgot that like he just wasn't in the rest of the movie.
They might have had him as like, I don't know.
Well, no, when they attack, he's hitting him with a slingshot. I remember that one scene.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's like, it's such a small scene. Yeah. You feel like he's going to be running around with Billy the whole movie, the way that their relationship is.
Yeah.
Short round sidekick.
Yeah. That's Corey Feldman, who's in a number of 80s movies like The Goonies, The Lost Boys,
Gremlins. The mogwai is pretty cute. The only thing is that I'm not a big fan of the fingers. Like they have,
you mean
nails.
Gizmo's human fingers?
Like it's mostly the nails and the fact that he has enough white on the end of his nails. Like that's what weirds me out.
What weirds me out is like it's like 3 stubby little human fingers, or 4 of them.
And that's how he's introduced, is his freaky hands.
Yeah, he's just like...
They introduced the Gremlins that way too. You see him grabbing stuff off the desk, and after the first kill of the movie, which is a black man.
I want to say the pods, or like the sort of the cocoons that they're in, are very like alien. Yeah, like the alien like egg pods. Just it's straight from that. The green light and everything.
A little more mucusy though.
Yeah. And they're kind of like sort of ribbed on the outside.
For your pleasure.
Yep. Phoebe Cates is in this.
Very cute.
Pretty iconic 80s sort of
cutie
villain.
Zach Galligan's pretty cute too. They make a cute couple.
He's an adorable boy. He's got that sort of boyish charm to him.
He works at a bank, and his there's a lady who comes in.
Oh yeah.
Who reminded me? It's what's her name? Mrs. Deagle.
Yeah.
Yes.
She reminds me of like how they like. If this was Wizard of Oz, she'd be like
the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, of the real world, and then when he goes to Oz, she'd be the Wicked Witch or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they even, I kind of like, I don't know if they really were going for that, because like I feel like they kind of were, because when you see her dead, you just see her legs sticking up like that, and it reminds me of when the Wicked Witch of the East's legs are sticking out of the house.
Yeah, she's also your little dog.
Yeah.
I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything you just said, I thought the exact same thing. Her legs.
I also didn't for some reason, since I haven't seen this in a while, I forgot that she was like mean and like evil, because like how I remembered it was just this old lady getting murdered by gremlins, and me going, oh my god. But like now watching, I'm like, oh yeah, she deserved that.
I like her death scene.
I mean, like, she like when they're at her door, she like grabs her heart and she's like, I'm not ready, and I'm like, oh my god, this is too real.
There's some dark jokes in this movie. When Phoebe Cates says most people are opening their presents while others are opening up their wrists. I was just like,
it just seems like such an unnecessary comment.
And it's just like brunch. It's like just like whatever.
Yeah, Billy
just
says
it, and he's like,
And then the story of her dad is
that's like the most iconic scene of the movie, kind of.
It's like, man, this girl is like, no wonder she hates Christmas.
Just, I just love that she just says everything, like all the like upsetting, depressing jokes she says, or like it's like she just kind of says it. She doesn't like, you know, she like says it like it's nothing.
Well, and she talks about her dad, and she's like, yeah, they found him in the chimney and everything. That's how I found out Santa wasn't real. Jeez.
Yeah.
How much money do you think they had to pay to incorporate Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Like, how much do you think they had to throw Disney to be able to get that, just for like that scene?
I don't know.
Their body.
They had to sell their body to Mickey himself.
Yeah, and they had to sell their souls to Lord Mickey. Mickey Mouse is our god now.
So I wanted to talk about, there's a scene in the pool where they, I like that scene when you were talking about it.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Like seeing all the water bubbling up and the green and like the smoke and everything.
It's a really, seems like a really simple trick, but it was really effective.
And it's like they show like the corner of the pool, and like for some reason I was just like, oh cool, that's neat. But when it pulls back and like the whole pool is just like
How did it go? Oh, okay.
I was just like,
I really enjoyed the practical effects in this, and I think they still hold up remarkably well.
Yeah.
Like with the mogwai scene where Gizmo gets wet and they start popping off his body, and like the small one gets like bigger and it's like pulsating.
I have like a nitpicky thing. Like the only part that took me out of it was early in the movie you see like a satellite, you know, like for TV, and there's like gremlins on it like moving around, and there's one that's just kind of like hanging. And then later in the movie, at the bar scene, there's like a gremlin hanging from like one of the like light fixtures or something, and it looks like the exact same one, but like they put a Santa hat on him.
Okay.
and I mean, that's just, you know, me just noticing something. So I was like, oh, they repurposed one of them. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. I liked the dog. He was a really good addition.
Good boy.
I mean, they really used the dog effectively as like for an actor, because they just shot back to him, had some shots of him reacting to stuff.
Well, it's the fact they had puppets. The dog was able to react to puppets.
Or whatever. So. Yeah, whatever trick they did, it was fun. And I like that because he's like another creature that's kind of on the same level almost as them, and so he's kind of like adjusting to the situation in the same way, or you know, so he's important to the story.
I feel so sorry for him when he's tied up by the Christmas lights.
Yeah. I'm just like,
poor Bumpy.
Oh no. Well, and when the other gremlins start to turn, you know, when they first turn, and Gizmo is like up on the dartboard and stuff, I was like, oh no, what are they doing to him? Poor Mr. Gizmo. Poor Mr. Gizmo.
I was trying to figure out kind of like with the like another aspect of the story. But there is at the beginning, he's at the bank. He's working at the bank, and he has like a coworker kind of / friend.
Judge Reinhold.
Yeah.
Or he's like a little bit older, and he's like, I guess he got into management or something, and so he's telling him like, hey, you need to start looking for the future. You need to grow up a bit. And so I was trying to put that message together with the other thing, because when he's kind of like a gremlin that gets older, because he's like kind of crude and he says some remarks to the girl, and then also when the gremlins get older, they kind of become gross and crude and stuff. So I was trying to see if that was like some sort of like picture of, I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Well, he also doesn't really show up later in the movie.
Yeah,
which
he's
is kind of
kinda
odd. You'd think he'd get like some sort of, even though he wasn't like that, bad. You'd maybe see him get some sort of comeuppance. Or
Yeah, that would have been nice.
One last thing I wanted to talk about was the scene where Billy first finds one of like the gremlins, when he finds Mr. Hansen. Is that his name?
Sure.
Roy, the black guy. He's the teacher at the school. He walks into his classroom and like the projector is like still going, and like the atmosphere is just perfect.
No music.
No music. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then that reminds me of when the mom first discovers them, and Do You Hear What I Hear plays, which is really funny.
Yeah.
It's funny and also atmospheric. So I thought that those are two like good uses of no music and music in two different scenes that build tension and atmosphere. And yeah, this movie's good.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we'll get into ratings. Levi, what do you think?
What is it?
Okay. So I'll say that this was fun. I liked it. There's some good stuff in it. And it's a lot better than Keegan's pick. So I'm going to give a thumbs up.
I think that was unnecessary, but
A little bit. Because I'm going to agree with you, because I do think Gremlins is better than Krampus. And I'm going to give it a high thumbs up. Krampus is a low thumbs up. Gremlins is a high thumbs up.
we're doing that now. You can't get away with a side thumb, so you're gonna do a high and a low thumb.
High and a thumb.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a good thumbs up too. I would almost give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
But there's just, I don't know. It's great.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, but I don't think it quite deserves 2 thumbs up. So
On that note,
I think that's it, and I think
we're going to be opening presents.
we're gonna be opening some presents.
Yay.
Hey, I'm Santa. And you're my helper, so please, could you... Thank you.
Do you hear what I hear?
Thank you.
Do you
This is
hear
mine.
what I hear?
So, should we
So,
explain?
I think we should go...
So, well, we'll say Chris got me a present, I got Levi, and Levi got Chris a present. So how you want to do this, Santa? How about you open first?
Okay.
This is Chris's pick.
I kind of want you to open last.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Wait, what is
Wait, don't read that. Don't read that.
Oh, okay.
Just open it.
Is this like sealed?
What is that?
What is this? Oh, sick! That's really cool.
What is it?
It's a pick of destiny. It's like a wooden pick of
That's
destiny.
amazing.
That's really
It
cool.
glows in the dark, too.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, you might have to charge it.
Oh,
All right.
charge it.
That's pretty rad.
Oh, in the light, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a good
sick. All right.
one. Wait, what was in there?
What's
that
in
you
this?
weren't supposed to
It's
read?
just the tag or whatever. It would have given it away.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
super cool. That's a great game.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, which one's open?
This one opened first.
This one open first?
Yeah.
Okay. Really great job. Thank you.
I mean, it could be a lot worse.
That's probably the best I've ever done.
the shirt.
Yeah, put it on.
Whoa.
Put it on, buddy. over your over your onesie.
That's great, man.
Oh, Mike.
There you go.
Can you fix it?
That's fine.
That should be fine.
It's okay.
You should be able to hear you
That's
still.
great.
Thank you again.
Nice
Now
job.
now your second game.
Alright.
I taped every step.
Just to make it hard on him.
Thank you.
Steve Lieberhart's
Lieberhart.
Space Ranger.
Oh, that's so good.
This is beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
You're welcome.
That's so good.
That's beautiful.
Honestly, I would say that's a frameable vinyl.
Yeah, that's
For real. That artwork is fantastic.
It's beautiful.
It's like Buddha. That's so good.
He's a Space Ranger.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. My turn.
Oh, what does it say on the front?
I already saw the box, so I'm gonna...
Oh
Oh my god. Chris,
What?
I mean, I'm glad I have something to pick my teeth with, but... I said up to $50.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. Because I've been editing so much, you have been paying for my meals and stuff, and I wanted to get you something to sort of pay you back a little bit.
Beautiful.
For those of you who don't know, this is Needle is the Arya Stark's sword from Game of Thrones. We've both been watching it recently, and I wanted to get him something.
You're such a f***ing sweetheart, dude. There we go.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. It's a good sidearm.
Just something to pick your teeth with. That's.
Oh, dude.
No, I know.
This is like Michael Scott getting the
The iPod. I thought about it. I was like, well, you know.
That's probably not good for my teeth.
Yeah.
Probably not.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Sorry. That would tickle my armpit.